What if I told you that one partnership is changing the entire balance of power in the Premier League? Not a manager, not a system. Two players. One built like a machine, the other born for chaos. And together, they've made Manchester City look inevitable. He doesn't just score goals, he devours them. Every touch, every sprint, every collision feels like a countdown to disaster for defenders. The finisher, Erling Haaland, has already shattered every normal expectation of what a striker should be. 17 goals in 13 matches. 26 if you count international games. He's scored more goals than half the Premier League teams combined, and the season's barely started. Haaland doesn't play football like the rest. He hunts. If you've watched him closely, you'll notice something strange. He's barely involved in games before striking. He averages only 24 touches per match. That's the third lowest in the league for regular starters. And yet, when he does touch the ball, everything stops. 70% of those touches are under pressure. Someone kicking, pushing, dragging him. But he doesn't care. He shrugs it off like it's nothing, turns, shoots, and the net ripples again. It's not luck, it's muscle memory. A weaponized rhythm. This version of Haaland isn't just efficient, he's evolved. But what's terrifying isn't just what he does. It's who's standing next to him now. Enter Ryan Cherki. A 21-year-old French prodigy who was once called too unpredictable, too risky, too flashy. Well, that chaos might be exactly what City needed. Cherki isn't your standard playmaker. He doesn't move like he's following tactics. He moves like he's following instincts. One look, one touch, one flick, and suddenly an entire defense is gone. His story at City started with struggle. A slow start, injuries, people doubting whether he could survive under Pep Guardiola's ultra-structured system. But after returning from injury this season, something clicked. 2 assists here, 1 goal there, and suddenly it wasn't luck, it was a pattern. In just 163 minutes of Premier League football, 83% of his passes to Haaland have resulted in chances. That's the best link-up rate in the entire league for any duo with more than 5 combinations. 5 of his 6 passes to Haaland have ended in either a shot or a goal. Think about that. This guy just arrived and he's already syncing with the deadliest striker on earth like they've been teammates for years. And this isn't happening by accident. Pep Guardiola saw the problem. Last season, City had all the possession in the world, but no unpredictability. They passed teams to death but sometimes forgot how to kill. So Pep did what Pep rarely does. He tore his own blueprint apart. The false 9? Gone. The endless passing triangles? Replaced by vertical chaos. Now, City don't just control the game, they attack it. They break faster, they press harder, and every break ends the same way. Haaland in space, charging like a runaway train, usually finishing what Cherki started. If Haaland is the hammer, Cherki is the hand that swings it. And the result? A City attack that's not just efficient, it's terrifying. Let's talk about chemistry. Against Bournemouth, it was on full display. In one move, Cherki picked the ball on the right wing. Before it even reached his feet, Haaland was sprinting through the middle. Cherki didn't look up, didn't hesitate, just whipped a diagonal pass into open space. One touch, one sprint, one finish, goal. Minutes later, same story. Different angle, same telepathy. It was like they were wired to the same brain. Even Pep looked surprised on the sideline. You could see it, that little half smile when he realizes he's just unlocked something new. And here's the scary part. This is just the beginning. Cherki has played barely a handful of matches, and the chemistry already looks elite. Now imagine what happens when De Bruyne returns and Cherki still has this level of creativity. City might be entering a new phase. One where they don't just beat you with possession, but destroy you in seconds.
Back to Haaland, every season he finds a way to look more unstoppable. Physically, he's sharper than ever, stronger. Last year, he battled small injuries in his hips and knees. This year, he's pain-free, and you can tell. After every training session, he stays behind to practice crosses, first touches, off-ball runs. He's becoming obsessed with perfection, and that's what separates him from every striker before him. He doesn't just rely on power, he's now mastering precision. He ranks second in the league for touches inside the box under pressure. He covers more distance than most strikers. He's pressing, running, setting traps. And when the ball reaches him, you already know the ending. 1.36 goals per 90 minutes, all from open play, no penalties. That's unheard of. 49 shots, 13 goals, a conversion rate of over 26%. You can't defend that. You just pray it misses. And yet, it rarely does. While Haaland keeps redefining power, Cherki is redefining creativity. He's not trying to replace Kevin De Bruyne, he's reinventing that role. Cherki doesn't follow scripts, he writes them. In tight spaces, he thrives. Where others freeze, he freestyles, turning two defenders into cones, slipping passes through impossible angles. In the EFL Cup against Swansea, he created 6 chances, scored 1, assisted another, and left the defenders spinning. Then came the Bournemouth game. 2 assists for Haaland, both pure instinct. Pep himself said it best. He's a free soul. You have to understand him, not control him. That's the balance City were missing, a little bit of chaos in their perfection. Someone who can take all of Guardiola's order and flip it into creativity. This duo didn't just fit into City's system, they changed it. City used to build everything through control, pass, wait, recycle, repeat. Now, they attack vertically. A single turnover and within 5 seconds, the ball's in the box. Last season, City scored just 3 counterattack goals by mid-season. This year, they already have more than that, most of them involving Haaland's runs and Cherki's passes. The result? A new City. Faster, more ruthless, more unpredictable, and, ironically, more efficient than ever. They've gone from possession kings to transition assassins, a tactical revolution happening in real time. But with power comes risk. Can City survive without Haaland? Can Cherki maintain this level when defenses start adapting? These questions matter, because when you rely on 2 players this much, the line between dominance and dependence gets blurry. But that's the thing. City have built something deeper than 2 stars. They've built a rhythm. When you see Haaland charging forward and Cherki sliding in behind, it's not just talent, it's trust. It's the same rhythm Pep once built around Messi and Xavi, except now it's faster, stronger, more direct. And if that rhythm continues, we might be witnessing the start of something historic. Across Europe, everyone's watching. From Madrid to Munich, scouts, analysts, and coaches are trying to figure out how to stop City's new wave. You can double mark Haaland, you can close down Cherki, but you can't do both, not for 90 minutes. And that's where City kill you. Not with the first attack, but with the 4th, the 5th, the 6th. Every time you breathe out, they strike again. This duo doesn't just play football, they weaponize it. And if they stay fit, if that chemistry keeps growing, we might be watching the most destructive partnership the Premier League has seen since Henry and Bergkamp. Maybe even more. Manchester City aren't just back, they're evolving. Haaland, the finisher, stronger, smarter, more ruthless than ever. Cherki, the creator, unpredictable, free, and fearless. Together, they're rewriting how modern football looks. This isn't about possession anymore. It's about power, precision, and pace. Every run, every pass, every finish feels inevitable. The rest of the Premier League? They're not just facing City. They're facing the future. So here's the real question. Can anyone stop them? Or are we about to witness the birth of a dynasty that might dominate football for years to come? If you think someone can stop Haaland and Cherki, name them in the comments. And if you think this duo is about to break football, you might just be right.